It's Friday. That means we're going to have some shenanigans on the show. Welcome in, everybody. This is the PHNX Suns podcast, in case you didn't know. I'm Lindsay. On the end, we've got Espo. We've got Flex towards his left. I was like, is it right? It's my right. It's your left. Yeah. And, of course, joining us for the Friday fun, we got Darth Voida in the house, everybody. Yay!
Let's go. Let's go.
As Gregory Esposito would say, ahoy hoy.
How you guys
Who's
doing?
Gregory Esposito?
It's a guy I used to know a long time ago.
Yeah. I heard he's an ass.
No, he's actually, he's not an ass. He's a dick, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
completely
fine.
different.
Gotcha.
I heard he gets into a lot of clubs with Book One.
Facts. He's already got them.
That's Espo.
How you guys feeling?
Good.
Doing good? Hanging in there?
I'd be better if Voida wasn't here. He kicked my ass in fantasy football last week. But other
How
than that,
embarrassing.
all right.
When you
Good to
name
have you, bud.
when you name your team after a former Cardinals punter?
He was a quarterback here and a punter in New England.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you get what you deserve. So,
right.
I mean, all's fair in love and more. And fantasy football, apparently.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, preseason has officially wrapped up for the Phoenix Suns, which means we are so much closer to meaningful, real basketball and finally getting to see this in like full speed, full action. But let's do a little preseason review. Just overall thoughts. Voida, you can start us off.
It's over. Thank God. Like the preseason's done. Like just the anticipation that we've had for this team, waiting for Tuesday to come. Obviously, there's not too much you can take. We obviously along the way have our takes. But I mean, 4-1 in a preseason that doesn't count, I'll still take it. I'd rather be that than 1-4 and have a lot more questions. We had a lot more questions answered, I feel. But once they hit the court on Tuesday, then everything's going to kind of fall into place for us.
Shots fired at the Kings, 1-4 in the preseason.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that trend's going to continue. Take the under.
Yeah, I mean, I love what we've seen. I mean, you know, for them to come together so quick, I think that's the thing I was looking for the most in this preseason was how long was it going to take for this whole new team with the 13 new guys to kind of come together. And it looks seamless. They made it look seamless. 4-1. I'm just super excited. And the big thing is we got away without any big injuries or anything that we should be really, really worried about. So if you can't get excited about what you've just seen in the last 5 days, I don't know what to tell you because this team's going to be really good.
What I loved is we saw the offense work no matter who was out there. We saw so many different iterations, even in the starting lineup out there, and it worked. It worked. In particular, I think last night against the Lakers on Thursday night was the most impressive of it because you only had KD. They went out there and mostly bench guys took it to the Lakers starters. They didn't panic after starting 4 for 20 and went out there and found ways to do it. And KD started cooking. I mean, we saw him take LeBron off the dribble, turn around, do basically a fallback three, hit it nothing but net right in LeBron's face. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's why you traded the farm for this guy. That's, I don't need to be happy on it. The farm's in Brooklyn, and I'm good with Kevin Durant being here in Phoenix. So, I had most of my offensive questions answered. I had my questions answered about the bench. I feel much better after this preseason about the things that, not that we were worried about, but that we went, okay, what's it going to look like? Well, now we know.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me is, like you said, last night's game probably was 1A, but 1B, just all the different variations of what this team could look like. that could be successful in different scenarios. Like, you don't have to run with just a certain 7 guys or 8 guys and really rely heavily on them. You've got options. We've got depth. And that is something that's really nice to say and not have to try and talk yourself into whatsoever. Like, it's there. Like, I'm not worried about that at all.
Do we have too much depth? Like,
Is
what
there-
is Frank
is there
Vogel going to
too
do with all
much?
these
Is there
options?
such a thing?
No, no, because do you remember the 2021 NBA Finals where you wound up into third string center depth at one point? There is no such thing as too much depth in the NBA.
Linz, you make a great point. And it's funny how the NBA works, right? This team, there's still a perception around the league that these guys are vet minimum guys, right? I believe that wholeheartedly. There's still this perception of these guys, these 8 guys are vet minimum guys. They can't be this good, right? With the opponents. And that's the type of thing that what I call a sneak up on. Like Denver last year, and this isn't a shot at Denver, they're the champs. There was a little bit of that last year. There was a little bit of, are these guys real? Like, we've seen them fall short. Are they real? Are they going to stay healthy? Can Bruce Brown do that? Can Jeff Green still do that? Right? And then they did that. I think this works great for the Suns because I felt like yesterday's game specifically, and we talked about it, Linz, that Lakers team came out there thinking, no Book, no Beal, just KD. These 8 minimum guys can't beat us. And then boom. Oh, damn. We got beat. And so I think there's going to be a lot of that throughout the season. And I think it's going to play to the advantage of the Suns because they're going to sneak up on some people. People are not ready for this basketball team.
I hate they're veteran minimum guys. Okay, Eric Gordon is a veteran minimum guy. He took less to be here.
Yep.
You can argue that probably about a lot of the guys. I mean, KBD had interest around the league. A lot of guys took less to be here.
Drew Eubanks.
Yeah.
True.
Took less to be here.
Chemezi Metu.
Uh-oh. Settle down. Settle down.
But Yuta, I would argue, probably had more offers out there than a vet minimum. Like, these guys aren't your traditional vet minimum guys that you just signed. They're very talented guys that took less to be a part of something, but because they fell in that vet minimum category, I think there is that just mindset. Oh, well, they just filled the roster with guys around these 3 stars. It's like, look a little deeper.
It's a lazy narrative that people can have, looking from afar and being like, okay, a bunch of veteran minimum guys, they're not going to be productive. They're going to, again, to your point, Flex, a lot of people are going to sleep on them night to night because of that. And that's what's going to make this team successful throughout the entire season is because when you have to play on a random Tuesday in Toronto, and even the opposing team sees the Phoenix Suns coming in, they're like, okay, well, if they're giving 16 minutes to Nasir Little, that's a win for us. But is it a win for you? No, these guys got hustle, they got grit, they got grind, they're aggressive, and they're playing for more than just this season. They're playing for next year and that player option and beyond then. And that's what the genius of James Jones as the general manager of constructing this roster is. He didn't do veteran minimum guys who are old veteran minimum guys.
I love that you said that.
He did young, hungry guys who want to play, and we saw that through the preseason.
One more sec on this.
Of course.
What you just said. No, I mean, I'm a polite guy. Right? So no, that's what I want to punch on because typically when you do this, you do it the way the Lakers did it, right? A whole bunch of vet minimums, guys that are over the hill, and we saw how that worked out. That ended terribly. Now the Suns sat here and kind of changed the narrative and said, we're going to do that, but not with 38-year-olds, with 28-year-olds and 27-year-olds. And so it's a different thing, but I think the Laker narrative still works to our advantage because the last time team saw another team try to do this, it ended really bad. And I think that's why the national perspective is what it is. There's no way that these guys can come in on vet minimums and be good players. And I think they're terribly wrong.
KD, Booker, Bradley Beal, and the world is sleeping on us. I'm here for it.
I love
That's right where I want to be.
Well, but you benefit from the fact that Brooklyn had what happened and completely different teams like Jero brings up, but this mindset just gets in, oh, well, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it didn't work there. It doesn't mean that the wheels fall off here just because you got that stuck in your head.
It worked with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Right? The
Yeah.
3 with Milwaukee worked.
Yep.
It's different personalities,
Right.
different willingness to buy in.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing, because listen, let's be honest, when you are at the top of whatever it is that you do for a profession, you're going to have a pretty big ego.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, are you willing to check that ego at the door for the greater good of the team? And if there were 3 guys in this league who I feel like are willing to do that, it's the 3 that we have on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Like,
Lindsay.
it just is what it is. And that's why I think this is going to be successful to a certain extent. Like, we can't necessarily predict how successful, but it's going to be a success nonetheless in my book because
Right.
of that. And just the fact that you're willing to try that in the first place says a lot about who you are too.
Couldn't agree more.
I don't know. All right, let's talk about some rotation spot shenanigans here, because we did talk about the depth, which means there's a lot of options, but who in your mind, at least to start the season, we are going to disclaimer this knowing that it'll probably change because Frank Vogel has told us that it will probably change. To start the season, who's got a rotation spot right now?
Who's going first? Come on, guys.
Well, look,
Not Flex, because Flex is only going to pick Metu.
Yeah.
well, we know
Met you 5 times.
we know the starters. Obviously, we're just going to assume Josh Okogie's the 5th. I think that's pretty solid. Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon are both in there. I think Jordan Goodwin showed enough. Now, I don't know how you're going to figure out what the lineups look like when 3 of your backups are basically shooting guards, but you figure that out. Yuta
Yep.
is in there.
Yep.
He's earned it.
And the crank, man.
you
Big
know,
crank Eubanks has got to be in there.
Eubanks is in there. I call him the hearse because he's going to be collecting a lot of bodies this year. But so you like that?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, okay. and then Chimezi. I'm going to give you Chimezi. I think KBD, when you look at it, where he came into the game the last two games in the preseason, I think he's out of the rotation right now. Nasir Little maybe gets an opportunity. I think KBD will get an opportunity because I've said this. I think the first month you go 12 at times, but if we're looking at a 10-man rotation, I think KBD and Nasir Little are on the outside looking in, and I think obviously Keon Johnson and even Bol-ler may be potential cuts.
Yeah. So I'll go second here, then you go. Okay.
That sounds good.
So here's everyone agrees top 5, right?
Yep.
The big 3, KO and Nurk. Okay. Now I think last night showed us a glimpse of why Jordan Goodwin unequivocally is part of this, because that team did not look good without Beal and Book, and I think Jordan Goodwin is the guy that could set the tone at the point guard position on both ends, offense and defense. So to just narrow this down. Eric Gordon and Grayson Allen, I'm calling them the 6.5 men. Like that's who they are to me. 6.5 men. They both can't be 6 men, but neither one of them is a 7th man. So the 6.5 men for my 2 guys there. And then I think Yuta's the next guy. That is clear. He's got to play. And then what we saw from Eubanks yesterday, you need a backup center. So Eubanks fits into the 9th spot. Okay. This is where it gets interesting. I do believe that Metu is I think he's got to play, guys. The guy's just got a beautiful shot, but I know he's got to play. So now here's the beautiful thing about this, though. Nasir Little and KBD. Are they on the bubble? Maybe. Here's the fantastic thing about that. How many teams can have a 10-man rotation with 2 dogs all season long in practice saying, I want some of those minutes? And that's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to have a situation where there are going to be nights where they're going to shift out. They're going to get Nasir some burn, get KDB some burn. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch because that's how you get better throughout a season, when you got competitive practices and it's really organic and it's real. It's one thing to talk that nonsense when you're like, yeah, we're competitive in practice. Guys are pushing each other. No, this is real. These guys are going to push each other 1 through 12 and even deeper down. So that's where I'm at right now, though. I think Gordon and Metu are the 2 guys that I think should be in a rotation opening.
Well, Metu, I think, gets the opportunity and will stay in as long as he proves that the 3-point shooting isn't a mirage. A career average of 29.8%. Obviously shot much better in the pre. You can take off the glasses, stare at me all you want, Flex.
Talk to me, Joe.
I'm just looking. I'm just looking at counting stats, and you can't tell me a guy that's traditionally shot 28 or 29.8% may not shift back to the mean. So yeah.
Well, to Flex's point, iron sharpens iron, right? And that's what the Suns are going to be doing this entire season, is sharpening each other in practice, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I think you guys nailed what the rotations are going to be. I can't add much. I will say this. My 10th spot probably goes, I don't want to say Metu might be on the bubble and on his way out, because I like looking at my reflection in your glasses, Flex, and but at the same time, I think we'll see Metu a lot more when you have Nurk getting in foul trouble, which he does. He averaged 3.6 fouls per game last year. It was the highest in the league, but it didn't technically count because he didn't play enough games. But he's going to get in foul trouble. Okay. Drew Banks is going to be out there. He could potentially get in foul trouble based on the opposition. And you might get some small ball 5 with Metu, who adds the ability to space the floor and shoot. Yeah. And I think that's where he's going to play. KBD, you guys nailed it. I think that he's somebody I was very excited. I thought he was going to end up being a 5th starter potentially. Yeah. But between him and Little, they both just don't look confident on the court yet. They're still trying to understand their spacing. They're still trying to understand where they fit into both the offensive and defensive standpoint. But at the same time, that's okay. That allows them to grow and get used to this. And they're definitely going to be key cogs in this offense and defense as the season progresses. But I mean, that top 10 and potentially top 12 is right on point. Just no Bol-ler and we're good. Right? Okay. No lob.
Okay. Oh my God.
See what I did there?
How did I not even
reverse?
How did Gerald not think of
that's
that
fantastic.
one?
Yeah, lob, man.
Wow. I didn't think there was going to be a new Bol-ler thing. I thought we covered them all.
I think we'll be saying bye-bye soon.
Yes, correct. I hope you're right.
That was clever. That was real clever.
You on the roller coaster?
I'm not on the Bol-ler coaster. Get me off. I never even bought a ticket to it.
Okay.
I rode it at least one time. I did. I won't lie. And I put my hands up.
There's no bar anymore holding you in, so ride at your own risk.
So says Jay brings up a really good point in the chat. Said, speaking of Eric Gordon, his 6th man of the year odds started at plus 5,500, and now they are at a plus 3,700.
Yeah, still hop on it.
So these are probably going to start to see it go lower and lower and lower. So if that is something that you feel very confident about, now is definitely the time to get in on that.
Is there a promo code we should use or anything, Lindsay? Or how's that work?
Sure. I think we could swap that one up there. If you want to get in on the action, you could download the BetMGM Sportsbook app and use promo code PHNX. You want to know what PHNX will get you? Listen to this,
I don't know.
Listen to this. All you have to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10. But guess what you're going to get?
I don't know.
You will receive $200 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wagers.
$200?
$200.
That's right, you guys. So check out the show notes for full details. And now you can listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
And of course, if you're looking to get some new kicks like our guest Avoida got for his birthday before the upcoming Sun season, Soul Savvy has got your back. They've been around since 2018, and their mission has always been, and still continues to be, getting sneakers into the hands of the people who love them the most. If you're tired of paying $1 bajillion above retail, well, then Soul Savvy is the place that you need to be. They've got different membership programs, and basically they kind of aggregate all of the information about how to get shoes. They have exclusive drops as well, so you can only get certain shoes through them. But it's a lot of really cool perks to the membership, so I highly recommend you check it out if you are a sneakerhead, or if you want to become a sneakerhead, or just maybe get your hands on a few pairs of really nice sneakers. You can sign up for Soul Savvy by visiting soulsavvy.com/PHNX or by downloading the Drops by Soul Savvy app. All right, guys, I think we should definitely hand out some awards for the preseason, because I love to give out flowers. Even though it's the preseason, we still are going to do it. So our first award that we are going to hand out is the Fireball Award, a.k.a. the most beautiful shot. Go ahead,
Come
Flex.
on,
You
come
start because we already know what
Is
yours
it
is going
Chimezi
to be.
Metu?
No. Yeah, it's Chimezi Metu. It's Chimezi Metu, guys. I mean, come on. I mean, we know who got beautiful shots like Book, Beal. Chimezi Metu, man. Come on, it's not close.
It's Yuta.
Yeah, I was
If
going
he
to say, I kind
smiles
of feel
while
like
shooting, there is
Yuta.
nothing more beautiful.
It's kind of Yuta. I'm sorry.
It's Yuta.
I'm sorry. It's Kevin Durant always and forever for me.
Okay.
I'm just, I
Okay.
still, every time we watch a Suns game and you see Kevin Durant on your team, it just, it gives you all the feels. It makes you go out and buy his shoes for your birthday.
I love that you're like, I'm going to go with the most low-hanging
Yeah,
fruit
yeah.
possible.
Come on, give me
I'm
something.
going to say Kevin Durant.
Don't say Book or
Controversial
Durant.
here.
All right, let's
Give me
go with Drew Eubanks' little hook shot from 6 feet away. That's sexy.
His dunks.
Makes me want to do a shot of fireball. I'm like, woo! Every time
no.
he does a hook shot this season, fireball shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
There you go. I'm gonna go with Yuta. I'm with you, Espo. Listen, Chimezi for a big.
I
give you
love
that.
how you always.
I'll
That's
give
great.
you that,
Yeah.
Flex. I'm team with you, but Yuta is definitely gonna be my choice because no offense, Voida, but the big three, you just can't pick the big three.
Oh, I pick all three of the big three.
It's just like
All
that's-
three of them. I want all three combined
That's
into
a
one jump shot.
given. I think they get enough awards.
I know, but like, have
Spread
you
the
ever
wealth.
played with Kevin Durant on NBA 2K?
No, I haven't.
Oh my
actually.
God,
But I
it's
used to
just-
play with Jamal
Oh,
Crawford all the time.
His was too quick. Katie's is perfect.
Back in the day.
Run that high pick and roll with KD, and you're just going to destroy everyone on 2K.
Back in
Yeah,
the
I
day,
was doing
though.
it last
Jamal
night.
Yeah,
Crawford.
me too. Just high pick and roll. Just we're down 3. Just rip off some from KD.
I forget who said it in the chat, but they said be Yuta-ful.
Exactly.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to make that a
I
thing.
like that.
We have to
Be
make
Oh,
that.
there we
Beautiful.
go. It's Brian,
Brian.
our friend Brian.
Of course,
in
it's
the chat.
Brian. That
Mm.
makes
My
total
my
sense.
brother, rest in peace. His name was Juan, and he was signing my birthday cards. You're wonderful.
Oh,
yeah. So I like that stuff. That's pretty cool.
Hashtag be beautiful. I love this. We're gonna make that a thing. Go ahead, put that in the notes app.
I will.
Yeah,
I got
make sure,
it.
Make
It's
sure you
that-
put that in the
I
notes.
love
app.
that I'm your secretary.
I will
Make a
forget
note of
that.
that, Espo. Make a note of that.
I will forget. I just, we got to make sure. Okay, next up. This one's a little tough one. I'm not entirely sure who I want to pick, but this is the Barbenheimer Award, aka the most surprising duo.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
This is easy for me. It's
Is
Nurk
it?
and KD.
Yeah.
There were a
Yeah, but
few.
you can't pick KD, okay? Look, the way that he passes.
No. It's a duo that was surprising. I did not expect Nurk and KD to have chemistry, and that
Yes.
Nurk would be making all these great passes and everything. Those two, I loved what I saw from
Okay.
those two, and I look forward to it.
No, I mean, that's
Actually,
a good choice, though.
Can I
It is.
change it?
No, you
No,
can't.
no,
No,
you
no,
can't
no,
change
no,
it.
no.
No,
Okay,
no,
if
no,
none
you
of
can't
you
change
use this one, I'll bring it up.
You
at
can't
the end.
change it
All
because
right.
you about to take
Yeah.
my thunder right now.
No,
I was
I'm not.
surprised you didn't take it. It's got to be the dog pound. The dog pound of Jordan Goodwin and Josh Okogie. That tandem in the backcourt. Again, 6'3", 200 pounds, 6'10" wingspan. Then the homie to the left with a 7-foot wingspan, 213, 6'4". Them two guys, that's the dog pound.
Yeah.
I'm going to get me a dog pound shirt this year with their 2 heads on it.
They lock fingers.
Yeah.
They cover most of the court. Yeah, it's
It's not
great.
Jordan
Dog
Goodwin.
pound.
It's Jordan Greatwin.
Bro, I just got the-
Ooh.
We're dropping all kinds of fun stuff on PHNX today. Yeah, mine is Metu and Utah.
Okay.
Because the way that they play on the court together when they've been coming out in the preseason, they've been feeding off of each other and feeding, from a 3-point shooting standpoint. Go back and watch the tape. Go back and watch those two play off of each other. I think it's something that we will see in the regular season. And Metu gets that 3-quarter shot, and he's just money, and then he's feeding off Utah doing the same thing.
Safe to say
I
it's
like it.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Mm.
I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number. Call me, maybe.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what it's like to do a show with you.
artist, man. I love it.
Gerald's not getting his seat back. This is how you do puns.
I
Not
love
that
it.
crap that poor Gabe brings to the
That's
table.
talent, bro. This is
Listen, I
talent.
think I give you extra points because it was a little sing-songy, and I think I can appreciate a little showmanship, if you will, to the
Yeah.
puns. The chat is high up on Goodwin and Josh Okogie for sure. We've seen quite a few of that in here. We have a Goodwin and Gordon as well. Grayson Allen and Sweet Baby Angels, which I'm assuming we're going to go ahead and probably give to Yuta. Let's be honest, you guys.
We already knew that was coming.
It's most likely going to happen.
He looks
Grayson
like a
Allen and
cherub.
Yuta has been brought up here. So I think the most surprising thing is that just overall, here's my fence riding. Ready? The chemistry just amongst this team as a whole. The chemistry amongst this team as a whole is top notch. For so many new faces, how quickly they've all bought into each other is just, it blows my mind. But again, more kudos to James Jones for finding like-minded guys who are on the same mission together.
Yeah. We didn't get the best one, though.
What's the best one?
The most surprising duo this preseason to me. And it has brought delight and it's cringeworthy all at the same time.
Uh-oh.
It's this man and Chimezie Metu. It does not get better than that this preseason.
You are absolutely right, bro. And I happen to be his part-time agent on the side.
Listen,
I said it
I will
yesterday.
say that is probably the most surprising. If we're going based on what this award is as far as surprising, that's definitely it.
Listen,
but I'm not mad at it.
Can you co-sign this though in front of everybody?
I don't know.
Day one, first preseason game, before the game started, I said Chimezie.
Yeah, that is
right.
Fair.
You wouldn't
that
see.
Is fair. You've been on Team Chimezie since the beginning.
Before we saw the beauty unloaded, I said it was beautiful. So yeah, she was right there. She could co-sign.
Are we sure that he's not like your long lost son or something? Like, is Chimezie actually from New Jersey and we didn't realize it?
My middle name is Chimezie.
That's what it is.
It's Flex Chimezie Metu.
There we go. There we go.
All right, and then lastly, call the shrink your defensive award.
Ooh.
Who are you guys giving this one to?
Oh, I mean, it's Jordan Goodwin.
Yeah, it's the great win, man. 6 steals in one game.
The great one.
I mean, he is just all over the place. He's everything that you want. Again, he fought his way into that rotation that we talked about.
Yeah.
We knew that when the transaction occurred and Bradley Beal came here from Washington and he brought with him essentially a guy who's from St. Louis, came up on his AAU teams, and that Bradley Beal was high on, right? Okay, yeah, Brad, like I'm sure that you love every kid that you brought up. But then when you go back, you watch some of the tape, you see what he did last year, some of his block shots, just the way that he has that mentality, kind of like that Javon Carter mentality we used to have, the bulldog, right? Yeah. Somebody's going to pick you up 3/4 court. Mm-hmm. That's what he's bringing. And like you said, him with a Kogi, like that's going to be a nightmare for opposing teams for minutes during, you throw that lineup out there for 5 minutes in the second, just shuts them down while KD and Bradley Beal are getting a rest. We go back up 10 points. We just keep the onslaught going. So yeah, he's very, very defensive.
Yeah.
I'm offended how defensive he is.
I agree with it's got to be Jordan Goodwin. That's who I wrote down. But I also don't want to not give out some love to Josh Okogie. Even though we know that that's what Josh Okogie brings, I still feel like he deserves some flowers here because he's probably going to carry a lot of the load, at least early on in the season. And he's an important piece to this puzzle. Like we can't knock what Josh Okogie brings to the table.
Most underrated piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Most underrated.
I'm with Linz. I don't know if I can go just one way. I'm just going dog pound. Those two guys together is going to be dynamite. Go ahead.
If I'm going just preseason, I'm not saying I expect anything. Azubuike was impressive too. Yeah. He had some blocks. I liked what I saw from I'm out here just trying to prove I should be in this league standpoint defensively from him as well.
Yeah.
Great two-way contract. Mm-hmm. Great two-way contract.
If you find really good guys on your two-way contract, like you can complain about Saban Lee if you want and his play in the preseason. But
I can? All right, perfect. So
not right now.
Okay.
It's like you can.
I can, in theory.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Facts.
But I feel like having Udoka and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we talked about it last night, if Ish Wainwright can come back on that third two-way spot as well. Like, they've done a good job of filling out this roster, including the two-ways, with solid players. Good locker room guys, all like-minded. Like, I'm really happy with the way this team has filled out.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see who that final cut goes to, though.
Lob, lob.
Yeah, maybe. Or Keon Johnson. Those are the two that I would assume.
Keon's got more value on the market, I feel, than Bol-ler.
He's younger, too,
isn't
he?
Yeah.
He's like, what, 23 or something?
Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah, he's a baby. He's got some upside to him. I think you hold on to him and you send Bol-ler out into the wilderness. And,
you're crushing a lot of people's dreams. Right
I know. Like, we've been at the games, right? Everybody's cheering for Bol-ler to come in. I get the excitement from a casual fan standpoint, but for, you diehards who are in the chat and people watching and listening, when you watch his basketball, it's not quality basketball. He's just a player in between.
He's Pat Burke, but Frank Vogel ain't Mike D'Antoni. Frank Vogel's going to play a lot of guys, and that's why you can't have a Pat Burke on the bench. I don't need a victory cigar sideshow that you want to see shoot threes. And that, I mean, I loved Pat Burke, great guy, but that's what it amounted to. And I think that's what Bol-ler will be.
And Pat Burke was significantly better than Bol-ler.
Yeah.
Well, I won't go there.
I think he was. Bro, Pat Burke was he was a pro. Pat could play. Like
he had a specified skill set, whereas Bol-ler's a guy who's in between in 7 different skill sets. It's like, well, he can't rebound. He can't he can't play defense on the perimeter. He can't set screens. I mean, what can he? He can shoot a 3 if he's wide open in a gym on Twitter.
2K is pretty good.
Yeah, but I cut him on 2K. I put him on the reserves. I don't play with him. I refuse to even play with Bol-ler.
Is he super good on 2K though?
I'm sure he is. I don't play with
them. Lynn's incredibly good.
I'm so anti-Bol-ler.
That might be what gets you on the Bol-ler coaster though.
No.
Sideshow Bol-ler is enough. Like I don't need it anymore. I get it. If you wanna you wanna put him on the freaking whoever, the Charlotte Hornets,
the Magic,
because
where he couldn't get minutes.
You're towards the bottom of the league, and you need something that fans go, ooh, yeah, great, have him. Like I don't need him on a championship team. I'm back to this. I'm on this, and I'm not going to get off this soapbox until you got a guy that can actually help it.
I'll tell you this, Espo. It's good to know that you think this way as well, even though you make bad choices in fantasy football. Like Michael Jackson said, "You are not alone. I am here with you." Because I completely agree with everything you said about Bol-ler.
I wish he had said it and not sung it, because that was awful.
Auto-tune it. It sounds great.
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, we do have a couple of super chats here. First and foremost, we'll go ahead and take a look at Pre-Rush. They said, Espo, Halloween costume, gorilla with an orange top.
For me?
Yeah.
You want me to rock?
Why not?
I do have an authentic Phoenix Suns gorilla.
No, you
jersey.
don't. Shut up. Oh, jersey.
Oh, jersey. I thought he was going to say costume.
No, not the costume.
We've been doing this how
not
long,
the costume. I have the jersey.
Oh, my God. I was about to throw my computer at you.
I have the actual gorilla. Unfortunately, the guy's still in it. I couldn't get it off. But no.
You thought that's where he was going to, right, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like from 97 to 99. Actually, I was the Phoenix Suns gorilla. Fun fact about
Back when I could dunk. Yeah.
I was going to be so mad at you for not telling me that secret. We should definitely... We're considering Halloween costumes on a show at some point in time over the next 2 weeks.
Monday,
I got mine.
We'll
know
see.
what I got mine.
I mean, I feel like
Chimezi
I got a good one.
I'm just.
We also have a super chat from Leo. Thank you, Leo. Said, who's winning the Dan Marley Hustle Award, Okogie or Goodwin?
Ooh, that's
a good
damn
one.
good question.
Okogie needs to win the award, in my opinion.
Who won it last year?
It was Okogie, right?
Kogi.
Yeah. Back to back.
Okay.
Grayson Allen's going to win it.
Oh, that's such a good question, man.
You think Grayson Allen, really?
Grayson Allen's going to win it.
Okay.
You are all alone.
I'm not here with you. Anyways.
No. It's such a great question, man.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I think it's J.O. again. I think J.O.'s just.
I think he needs to.
Yeah.
If this team wants to get where we need it to go, J.O. has to be that guy. He's got to be that dog day in and day out.
Yeah.
Starting 5, shutting down the point of attack defenders. Bill Simmons on his podcast. Who's going to guard Tatum? Who's going to guard Luka? Who's going to guard Steph? Okogie.
Mm-hmm.
And no one will give him credit, and that's fine.
But we will know.
We know.
We'll know.
No, I mean, Bradley Beal isn't as good as Landry Shamet. All these things that, Nick Wright saying he'd rather have Austin. Look, I mean, you can have all your bad national takes that you want, but in the end, Josh Okogie's going to be able to defend. Jordan Goodwin's going to be able to defend. Bradley Beal's going to have a major impact. You can doubt all you want, but, I'm fine with it. Like KD said, he's all right with hate, and I'm all right with hate. Too much love will kill you.
Exactly.
Hate
And
makes
that's
me
the
great.
truth.
Yeah.
Espo, can you do the wee sound for me?
Wee. Breaking news.
You guys, guess what? We have a new partner. Yay! We're so excited.
Wait,
to
you
be
just toured out my wee.
partnering with Gila River Resorts and
that's working.
Casinos, Arizona's biggest and best resorts and casinos. Yes, Espo, I sure did. Here's the deal, guys. We just launched our partnership with Gila River Resorts and Casinos, and we are super excited about it. One, because we're going to have a lot of fun things going on out there in partnership with them, but 2, because they've got some really cool things going on, and you should definitely sign up for Gila River Resorts and Casino $1 million Big Reds Showdown.
$1 million.
Yes. Stay in the game and get rewards. It is that easy. You can play fun, free games online for a chance to win $1 million cash. They've got weekly pick'ems, win up to $1,000 in free bonus bets every single week. They got monthly drawings on November 5th and December 3rd. They're going to be drawing Cardinals game tickets, memorabilia, free bonus play prop cards, and for select football games, and a whole bunch of other things. But you can win a boatload of money. As a reminder, you do have to be 21 or older only, but visit GilaMillionDollarShowdown.com to get in on the action. For more information on Gila River Resorts and Casinos and all they have to offer, head to play at Gila.com.
There, we were out there at Wild Horse Pass
This morning.
Those Top Golf swing bays.
Yeah, those are
Those
cool.
games were fun that we were playing in there.
Yes.
I think I blew up my shoulder, but it was
Oh
fun
my
to throw a
gosh.
baseball. So
That was fun.
yeah.
It's really beautiful too.
Yeah.
It's a super nice resort and casino. I really liked it. And of course, Suns basketball is just around the corner. And the best place to take in Suns basketball is, of course, Arizona's Family Sports. Wherever you live in Arizona, visit azfamily.com and click Suns Games for listing information for your area. Great resource to help you find your Phoenix Suns games on Arizona Family Sports. Don't miss out on the action. So we had a couple fun things. Oh, wait, we have a super chat first. Let's do that one. Frank, thank you for your super chat. They said new partnership and unlimited mini water bottles. Well, I think
Yep.
Saul buys those, so I think they are technically limited, but we do love a new
Hold on.
partnership.
Saul
that's for
uses
certain.
our budget. Saul's not buying water for anybody around here, right?
Well, that's fair. Okay, so last night, one of my favorite things that came out of the game was, of course, Kevin Durant being a little bit of a troll. I love Kevin Durant and his petty spiciness. So here's what Kevin Durant did last night. I think we have a graphic that we can put up. Thank you. So Kevin Durant said to a Lakers assistant coach about Austin Reaves,
Who he had coach him in Brooklyn, not some rando that he
Okay.
walked up to.
don't have him guard me next week, because bless Austin Reaves' heart. He tried to guard KD and it didn't do anything. And I will say, KD went and gave him the too small a little bit after the play and went all the way basically down to the ground too. He was very extra about it. But shout out to Austin Reaves with the response of just straight up, bro, what am I supposed to do? Austin Reaves is all of us right now.
At least he admits it, right? I mean, he could have made excuses. What am I supposed to do? Nothing.
Right.
The answer is absolutely nothing, because he's Kevin Durant and you're Austin Reaves,
Yeah.
and you don't even live in the same planet as him. All right.
I respect Austin Reaves for doing that. I mean that's real as hell. I love
Yeah.
it. What am I supposed to do, bro? That's
I-
Kevin Durant. What am I supposed to do?
I just think it's gonna be awkward in Paris next year. You know, when they're on the Olympic team together, and
No,
you know, whenever Austin Reaves orders some food, Kevin Durant's gonna be like, too small,
Too
small.
Give-
More escargot.
Supersize that shit, all
Yeah,
right?
supersize it.
Yeah.
No, but that's why you love Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah.
Just things like that. Seeing his interactions on Twitter, he'll pop on at 9 a.m, talk some shit to some people, and then just carry on with his day. Kevin
Yes.
Durant, we love you.
We do.
Yeah.
You know
Keep
what
it
Austin
up.
Reaves
Never
should
change.
do? Get a better haircut. Anyways.
I don't know.
You sound like anti-Beatlemania people, okay? He's just giving a tribute to the Beatles in 1964 with his mop top out there. Those darn kids with their mop tops.
No, he looks like the brother from Wedding Crashers. He's got that hair going.
This made me like Austin Reaves even more, because not only is he real about the situation, but he obviously has a sense of humor too, if he's
Yeah.
willing to like have a little bit of fun with it, because he could have gotten defensive about this whole thing and like
Yeah.
not wanted to answer or gave some cliche, but answering it like this means he's realistic and he's a little bit funny at the same time.
He
and we
couldn't
love
get
that.
defensive on the court with Kevin Durant, so why should he be able to do it off the court?
That's facts. You're not wrong, Espo. That's
I love
facts.
that Austin Reaves is taking all this shrapnel for me because the national media has decided to say he's better than certain people on
Bradley
the Suns.
Beal.
And I don't have any issue with this kid. I don't know him from anybody, but I'm like, oh, well, if the national media is going to back you instead of Bradley Beal, you're on my list now, all right?
So sorry about that, Austin. Just know it's not personal. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's them. All right. This one seemingly came out of left field, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Our boy Pat Bev was saying nice things
Don't say our boy.
about the Suns, y'all.
Have you seen the Phoenix Suns? They is putting people right on islands. And I thought like, man, I don't know if this is going to work because they don't have a traditional point. You know, in times of chaos, motherfuckers get a couple buckets, they go on a run. How do you respond? How do you get organized? But I'm starting to see like this new NBA, you really don't need like traditional point. If you got guys that have space, you're not helping off KD. You're not helping off Book. You're not helping off Brad. And you have a big in the middle. I think it's just like break down basketball. Somebody help you make the right play.
Having a big that can pass also helps them.
Nurkic helps us a lot. And you know, J.O., I love J.O. since he was in Minnesota, Kogi. He gives them that defensive presence, man. I like what I've been saying from Phoenix.
So he's on board with the fact that the Suns don't need a traditional point guard. He likes what Nurk brings to the table. He's given Josh Okogie flowers. Pat Bev, do you want to come join the Suns? Is that what we're hearing here?
Linz, I'm telling you, we talked about it pre-show. He's thirsty. And he's been wanting to make his way over here. And listen, we all know he had the Chris Paul thing, but I can tell y'all guys emphatically, I've been hearing about Pat Beverly all summer.
Okay.
And his fascination for what's going on in Phoenix. I'm telling you. And I tell you what, people want to say what they want to say about Pat Beverly. I will sign up right damn now to have Pat Beverly on his basketball team. And so that comment doesn't surprise me. And I would not be shocked if that man finds his way to the Valley at some point this year.
Did he play? He played for Vogel's Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is the connection there.
Yes.
You know what? Why not? We embrace Grayson Allen. Let's just play Grayson Allen and Pat Bevs along with Goodwin and Okogie, and then maybe a KD out there, and we'll have the most hated lineup that you could have out there. It'd be great.
Yeah, so you want a part of your dog pound, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, there's more room at the end at the dog pound. Like, I don't know, like
Are you not certain? You're not on board?
I just don't like Pat Bev. And
I mean,
Until he puts the Suns jersey.
I get it. That's the same thing that, like, you know, Espo, you're right. With Grayson Allen, it was the same thing. You know, these are like the top 5 most punchable guys in the NBA. Like Dylan Brooks is number 1, and then you make your list after that. Like, which guys who you just like to, if you're walking down the street, and there's no repercussions because he can actually clearly kick your ass. You would just punch him in the face, right? Dylan Brooks is number 1. Pat Bev is number 2. And Grayson Allen was like a top 5 guy. So, like you said, you know, like the whole thing with the Diamondbacks right now, right? Embrace chaos. Let's embrace the chaos and just go all in. I don't know.
It's embrace the hate. Accept that you are the ones in the black hats and that people don't like you. And that's okay. Because guess what? For 54 years here in Phoenix, everybody always likes the Suns. They're the fun, plucky team.
Yeah, we're the team that you can beat.
they're my second favorite team. They're my league pass team. Well, guess what? Hate us this year because maybe it changes the fortunes for the first time ever in this city.
Well, what do you think, Lindsay? Are you pro Pat Bev?
I can be convinced.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to convince you the other way. No Pat Bev.
Listen, normally I am not on board with the ridiculousness that we get from the Pat Bevs, the Grayson Allens, the Dylan Brooks, whatever. But Grayson Allen has proved me wrong in the last couple of days, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
So maybe Pat Bev comes to our team, and we're like, yeah, he's an a-hole, but he's our a-hole now.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be breaking anybody's nose on our team.
Yeah, but
So that's a win-win.
he's a dangerous player, though.
This is fair.
That's my problem with Pat Bev.
Well, and that's what I said about Grayson Allen and just kind of like turning the tune about how I feel about him is I'm okay if you play hard, a little bit rough, but when it crosses the line to a dirty play, then that's not okay.
And that's my problem with Pat. Like, Grayson Allen is the kid growing up who would always tell you he was going to sue you. His dad's a lawyer, and he's like, well, I'm just going to sue you whenever he couldn't win an argument.
It's not nice to talk about So Says Jay like that.
Well, it's So Says Jay's kid. You know, I mean, he was raised.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Not nice to talk about his kids either.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Grayson Allen's daddy is So Says Jay, and growing up, he used to always threaten to sue you. But then there's another kid who you play on the basketball court who's tripping you.
Yeah.
You know, did you ever play football, flag football, something out there, and there's a kid who you juke? It only happened once for me. And the kid tried to trip me, and when you go, like, that's Pat Bev. I don't want that kid on my team. You know, so I get it. Embrace the assholeness that we want the Suns to potentially be, but no. I'm sorry, I'll pass.
Call up Kelly Oubre's horse. Get on there. Put on the black chaps. Black cowboy hat.
The rhinestone jacket.
Excuse me, we will not have any shade thrown at Kelly Oubre and that horse and that whole entire photo shoot because it was
magic.
It was magic. Must have been Lindsay's idea. Look, I'm saying invite the horse back. Kelly's got a team, but you could bring the horse back. The Outlaws are in town, and they're ready to ride to your city and kick your ass. That's what's coming. So why not bring in Pat Bev and let him be part of the fun?
Here's my thing, guys. I get that I'm with Lindsay. I don't like dirty basketball.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of dirty basketball. I embrace tough basketball. Like, be tough.
But Pat Bev ain't tough. Flex.
I tell you what.
He does give off vibes of like fake flex.
No, he does. He does.
Tough.
He does.
I'm speaking like basketball tough. Like, I don't think he's like a tough guy that's like walking down alleys and knocking people out in New York. And I'm like, I don't think that. But I do think he's basketball tough. And when I have these doubts, I always go back to something we did like when I was young. In the hood, we playing basketball, and there was always these comments about if your life was on the line, so dramatic. It was always like that. Like, if you're gonna die and you got to pick one person to make a jump shot, who you picking?
Michael Jordan.
Right. So I reverse that. If you tell me, yo, Flex, your life is on the line, you got to get a player to get a stop, 94 feet.
It ain't Pat Bev.
No, I'm
I thought you were gonna say miss a shot.
No. A guy, if this guy scores, you're going to die. And I could pick guys around the NBA that I want to defend my life. Damn, man, give me Pat Bev. I mean, he might be dirty, but he might save my life. So damn it, I'm with it. So that's what I'm saying. So I know that's very dramatic. I don't want to turn this into a life or death thing. But I'm just saying the guy plays hard as hell on the basketball court, and you hate him when he's on the other team. But damn, if he's on your team, and you need to stop.
I feel like I would rather have Jose Alvarado.
Oh, no, you...
Like, if I get to pick and choose who's just coming over, who I feel like has that grit to them, I think I'm going to take Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I like him. He's very pesky.
Yeah, I like pesky, not dangerous.
Yeah.
But look, Pat Bev's a great troll, though, too, right? Like, remember
Is that a bad thing, though?
No.
Does it get to the point where there's too much focus on Pat Bev? Does it create, like, drama that we don't need?
We just praise KD for being a troll.
But KD's so low-key about it. Pat Bev is so loud about it.
Pat Bev, when he took the camera from the cameraman and went
epic.
over the ref to show him the photo of it, like, I want that attitude. I want you're going to come play the Phoenix Suns, and this is not going to be easy in any way. You're not going to come into town and leave, feeling good about yourself. Even if it's a win for you, you're going to leave town remembering you played the Phoenix Suns. And I think Pat Bev helps that. Yeah. I mean, would he be a main rotation guy? Probably not. But you need a stop. You need somebody to go in there and defend Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal's honor.
Yeah.
I'll take Pat Bev in that situation.
You know what Pat does that's underrated, the way he plays basketball, is it's a lot of mental game. Like, and that's an underrated skill in the game of basketball. Like, here's what Pat Bev would do. You're supposed to run a play. The offense is supposed to run a play. And Pat Bev will tell you on the inbound, hey, man, you stink, bro. You can't score on me. And now that player immediately forgets to play and is like, man, I'm showing this little dude. I'm about, so those are the little things that, I mean, that's, some people have it, some people don't. He's an irritant, man. He's really an irritant. By the way, in the chat, I'm not picking Pat Beverly first for my life, damn it. I'm just saying, like, if he was
on the list.
He's on the list. Yeah, like, I'm not picking Pat first, but it's a short list and he might be on it. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's just an irritant. He's tough.
So Pat Bev is essentially like bad deodorant. He's just kind of an irritant.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Again, as writers and podcasters about the Phoenix Suns, he's great for content. So from that aspect, I'll be like, yeah.
Of all the irritants, you went with bad deodorant? Like,
yeah, you're put on
bad in your swimsuit.
Maybe I recently had a thing with
bad deodorant.
I had bad deodorant. I went away from the Gillette. Do you guys have Gillette as a sponsor?
No.
So whatever your sponsored
we don't have
deodorant is. Okay, well, if you want to be a sponsor of PHNX and you're a deodorant company, give us a call.
Flex's bad take brought to you by Insert Your Deal.
Larry has requested multiple times in the chat that the three of you guys remove your shoes.
Why would you bring this up?
Because
Remove
I
my
find it hilarious, and I love that
Remove
it's the
our
three of you
shoes.
that Larry
There
wants
you go,
to
Larry.
see y'all's feet.
Enjoy.
What are they doing? Look
There
at
you go, Larry, just for you.
Look
Yeah. Nope, socks don't
No,
come on.
keep
You
the
got
socks on. Keep the socks on.
Nah, you
Keep the
give us a
socks on.
$300 super chat. I'll take
You
the
gotta
sock
pay
off.
for the
all right?
toes, Larry.
Hey,
Everyone
I
knows
got nice
that.
toes, by the way. Yo, bro, I defend my
God.
toes.
We got him and
No,
No,
I'm
no.
sensitive. My
Not
toenails.
again.
What the hell is happening
Listen,
right
my
now?
toes are
That-
as beautiful as Metu shot, bro.
Saul thinks he has beautiful toes
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
I
nah,
see
me and
his
Saul
pictures
going
on the
at it,
beach.
bro.
Apparently,
Me and
Flex
Saul going at it. I'm
also
telling
thinks
you.
he's got beautiful toes. All I know is one time I opened my phone and our group chat just had a picture of Saul's feet, unsolicited, and I felt some type of way about it. That's all I'm saying.
let me
And
just
then the same day, I opened Twitter and a picture of Saul's feet, and I felt even worse about the situation.
Wow.
I was
I
like
would ju-
twice in one day.
I'd like to make this clear. There is nothing beautiful about me. I'm never going to tell you that there is. And this foot talk is just creeping me out.
My dogs are well groomed, man. I'm telling y'all.
I'm
If
really
you
proud
touch
of
my
you
dogs,
guys
I will
for
kick
doing
you in the
that.
face. I am so ticklish on my feet.
Oh man,
Ooh.
I'm really proud of you guys for buying into the chaos that
I
is
love
this
it.
Friday
Embrace
afternoon.
the chaos.
Listen, you guys, if you are looking to get tickets to head out to a Suns game this season, make sure you check out Game Time. Game Time is one of the best places to get tickets to games, concerts, you name it. And you can download the Game Time app, create an account with the code PHNX, and that code will get you $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, you just create an account, redeem that code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. So download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Some of the boys got into the D-backs game for $26. They had tickets on there for as low as $9 at one point. Like, Game Time is the place to be if you want to get tickets for a really good deal.
Not just sporting events either. I'm going to get my tickets to the National on Game Time. They got great concert tickets
Yeah,
there.
they do.
So-
Absolutely. And of course, if you want to be in the best inner circle that you can be in, that the inner circle is Circle K. It is a brand new free membership program. Some of the perks that it'll get you is you save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. You get every 6 free on a selection of Circle K products like pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks. The other day I was at Circle K because I had to get gas and it was before a game, and I was like, I'm gonna get some snacks. And they had, I don't even know what it's called, but it was like a peanut trail mix concoction, but it was like the roasted sugary peanuts
Yes.
inside it.
Ooh,
Oh my
yes.
God, it was so good. And
Those are
I'm
the
really
best.
upset that I bought it because now I'm going to want it all the time.
Those are the best.
Those are the best.
But
I was down at
Circle K is
Schnepp
the
Farms. They got
best
some of that
snacks.
stuff right now. It's that time of
Yes.
year for like that.
It's so delightful. So join Inner Circle today by downloading the free Circle K app. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleTA.com for details. Okay.
We're not going to have to show our feet again, are we?
No, we're
No.
good on
Okay.
that. Shoes back on. You
Yeah,
you're
it's-
comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Okay. I need you guys to all be comfortable for this one because we are going to do a secret ranking again. This time, though, we are going to be ranking 6 NBA teams. And here's how this works if you guys are new. Eric is going to tell us 6 NBA teams that we have to rank, but we do not know which team is coming next. So we have to rank the team that we know before we know any other ones.
Okay.
So that's the exciting part.
Love
here.
this.
All right. Eric, what you got? What's our first team?
All right, number 1 is an interesting one. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Ooh. Okay, we're doing
baby.
6.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
guys
rank-
go first.
I'm going to rank them 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going 4 as well.
Okay.
I'm going to go 3.
Ooh, void a 3.
Yeah.
I think you might have gone the smart way on this one.
I think
honestly.
that
I think they're-
might.
Yeah.
No, wait, you said 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot, you know.
I think they're going to be the 4th seed in the Western Conference, period. So I think this is,
You think that high?
I do.
I like them around 5 or 6.
Yeah.
4, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go 4 as well. 4. OKC.
All right, on
What's
to the
next?
next one. The Sacramento Kings.
Ooh.
I'm
I
gonna
like
go
the
3
Kings.
because I think they're better than OKC. So
I'm going to go 5 because I
That's-
think they're below OKC.
Cinco for me as well.
5. I think I'm going to go. Yeah, 5. 5 makes the most sense there. God, we're going to get screwed.
Is
I
this a
already know it.
secret category too? Like, are we ranking them on how good we think they are, or just like how pretty their players are?
Oh, no. I think that it was supposed to. I guess I should have.
best looking.
We should have
feet.
probably determined that at the
Best
beginning.
looking feet, yeah.
No, but I was thinking like how good
they
they'll
are.
be this
That's what I
season.
figured, but I was just
Yeah.
double checking.
That's a good question that I
Still
definitely should
5.
have probably clarified.
Still 5. Sabonis is ugly.
All right, what we got next?
Next one over in the Eastern Conference, those Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh.
6.
Yeah.
Damn, we really.
Damn, we
I dropped
got
the ball
stuck
here.
here. Yeah, we got stuck here. I mean, I have
Shoot.
to organically go 6 because I don't think they're better than the 2 teams we talked about. So I got to put them 6.
I'm staring.
But I know I'm setting myself up for
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for. Yeah, I'm gonna
Not
go
anymore,
5.
man. You're not getting Orlando anymore.
I'm gonna go 5, but I don't feel good about it.
Oh
Okay.
hell! You know what?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put him 3.
I knew it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
That's because Cam, because she loves
I'm
him.
gonna do it.
That's the guy.
I believe in my guys.
I like it.
We got 3 left. Let's
We're
see.
gonna get in
Let's
so
see how
much
this
trouble
goes.
here.
Man.
This is gonna be terrible.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Yes. Yes.
See, I told you.
I'm terrified though because Atlanta ain't the basement here, so I guess I'm going 6. But
I have 4 still open, right?
You have 4 open.
4.
I
Okay.
don't feel good.
Yeah.
Flex, you got 1 through 3.
Hey, I gotta go 3. I gotta go 3. I'm gonna get smashed,
Oh
man.
no. Okay, you guys, you do realize that we all only have 1 and 2.
Well, of course, because
available.
we're cautious.
Be kind, Eric, please.
I had these teams picked out before y'all ranked it, and I'm sticking with them.
Do it,
Okay.
yeah.
Have
Don't
fun
change
with
it
that.
up. Don't
All right,
change it up.
Good.
Next up, the Charlotte Hornets.
One, baby. One.
You know what?
Brandon Miller's changing the league. Victor Wembanyama.
Hornets 2.
Yeah, Hornets 2 for me.
Which means
Are you really putting them 1?
I
Brenda?
have to. I don't know. Just
which
I
means
lost.
the Detroit Pistons are the next.
it's the Orlando Magic. Watch. It's still be Orlando Magic.
Shoot, I'm gonna go 2.
I'm gonna bet the Bulls.
What's
Okay.
the last one?
The last one, the worst one, and I picked this beforehand, and I'm upset with some of you guys for how you've left your spaces, is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh!
Okay, I got
You know what?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
But you did us dirty with that. You did
You
us
did
so
yourself
dirty.
dirty. You did yourself.
Honestly,
Why
though,
would you leave 1 open?
Because there was a 50-50 chance you would put the Suns in this list.
I
Hey,
want.
my ranking
It was
is
a
not
toss-up.
so bad
Honestly.
after it all shakes out.
Okay,
honestly.
here's what we got. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Espo, you have
I'm embarrassed.
Lakers 1, Hornets 2, Kings 3rd, OKC Nets 5th, Hawks 6th.
You know, honestly, outside of that Hornets, I don't have a problem. with
Okay.
this.
Boyda, you got Hornets 1, Lakers 2, OKC 3, Hawks 4, Kings 5, Nets 6.
Outside of the Hornets, I'm not upset with that list.
Flex, you got, excuse me, Lakers 1, Hornets 2, Hawks 3, OKC 4, Kings 5, Nets 6.
I ain't mad. I mean, just at the top, but it's not too bad.
I've got the Lakers 1, Hornets 2, Nets 3, OKC 4, Kings 5, and the Hawks 6.
I like yours too.
Yeah.
Lynn.
Except for,
I think I
we all
win.
got the
Yeah.
Hornets.
I
but
think I win.
I should have changed the last team. I already feel sick to my stomach about that. I feel sick.
you
To be
son
fair,
of a-
this isn't 1 through 6 of all the teams in the league. It's just of the teams
Of
that we
the
had to
teams that
rank.
rank.
So technically, the Suns are still at the top
Yeah.
when we look at all 30 teams. So
I'm super competitive, but I do think Lynn's. I think you got this.
Yeah,
one.
that's an easy dub for
Yeah,
Lindsay. Michael.
Lynn-
let's
Lynn's got the
go.
dub.
Let's go. Start
GM of the
weekend
year
off
goes
right.
to Lynn's right now.
We got a couple super chats, guys.
I love how uncomfortable those rankings can be.
Yeah.
I think this is probably like, listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope you love these because I really enjoy
Get
doing
used to
them.
them.
So that means we're gonna do a lot of them. Just so you know.
Really, Lindsay
having a lot
likes
of fun.
something that's chaotic and potentially embarrassing.
Yes,
All right.
100%.
I'm studying Reaves right now. I'm studying him now. I can't wait for the next one. Though.
We got a super chat from Eric A. Thank you, Eric. We appreciate you. Said, you guys are unhinged. LOL.
Yes.
Facts.
That is
no lies detected.
That's actually our Twitter bio.
Yes. But I hope that you enjoy it. And I hope you're having fun with us because we have fun with this. So hopefully you do too. Psycho Blue sent us a super chat. Thank you, Psycho Blue. Does anybody want to do a basketball Cthulhu voice and Saul's gone?
Basketball Cthulhu says the trio works. Water is wet. When the trio breaks the seal and basketball, a reality unravels. The water in the Lakers will become barren. I can't read. It is not an easy skill.
You're unhinged.
I am unhinged. LOL.
Thank you, Psycho Blue and Eric. We appreciate your super chats. I am really excited for this upcoming season, and I'm really hopeful that Psycho Blue and Basketball Cthulhu finally get what they've been wishing and hoping for what feels like ever.
Somebody needs to break that down to me.
Basketball Cthulhu?
Yeah, the whole. Yeah.
I didn't know it either. Okay, so Basketball or Cthulhu is like some folklore god of some sort. Am I understanding this correctly?
Sure.
It's like
Nostradamus
or something.
No, it's more.
I'm with you, Flex.
It's like a superhero-y thing?
Between taking off my shoes and Cthulhu.
Mystical thing. Yeah. Gerald explained this to us at one point in time.
This sounds like a Gerald thing.
It's a total nerd thing. No offense, Psycho Blue.
Yeah. Okay. And Psycho Blue would send us Psycho Blue's been around since almost the beginning, I feel like. So shout out to you, Psycho Blue. Always telling us what's going on with Basketball Cthulhu, how they're feeling, how the realm is looking, apparently, things of that sort.
So it's like Sun's aura kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, there's the franchise, here's the aura around it, and he can speak to the Cthulhu?
I think so.
So how did y'all get to the point where y'all start changing the voice for the...
I don't know. It's just I think I got tired of reading them because I didn't know some of the words that Psycho Blue was sending them because they were like...
Okay.
Like it had to do with whatever Cthulhu was. And I was like, listen, guys, I'm butchering all of these. Saul, you take this and give it a voice.
Okay.
That's really where it came from.
That's why we do voices, because we're unhinged. LOL.
Yes,
we are.
LOL.
Okay. That too.
For sure.
Okay.
That's facts. It says Cthulhu, Psycho Blue came through. Okay. Cthulhu is the deity that will erase reality. It's a basketball thing because if the Suns win a title, you know the world's coming to an end.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
That got real dark,
Wow.
Psycho Blue.
I didn't move here. I didn't move here.
Win.
That got real dark.
Look, I always said I could die happy if the Suns win a title. I didn't mean like immediately.
As it's happening.
But I mean, if it has to, why not? Right?
Can I get a couple summers here?
No.
Yeah,
A couple winters.
Okay, the summers here are basically.
To be fair, he didn't say that it would immediately end.
Okay,
he just said it was going to end.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows
everybody
how much time
dies,
they've
am I
got.
right?
Exactly.
Okay. I get it.
We're so unhinged.
Okay. That's enough of that. That was a lot of shenanigans today. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and having some fun with us on a Friday afternoon. We are going to not have any shows Saturday and Sunday, but we will be back on Monday at 3 p.m. to get you ready for Suns opening night on Tuesday.
You just jinxed us.
Why?
We're not going to have any shows on Saturday or Sunday.
No.
Who's
Now I'm
getting
going to
traded?
have the Bowl emergency podcast.
Pat Bev is coming to Phoenix.
Oh, man.
My bad. My bad. That's on me.
Cthulhu's upset now.
Oops. Voida, thank you so much for joining us. Tell the people where they can find you if they don't know already, which I'm sure they all do, but just in case.
As always, super fun coming down, kicking it with y'all. Always a good time. You can read my writing, brightsideofthesun.com, Suns Jam Session podcast. We go live after every game. So if you're watching PHNX, pop over there, give us a thumbs up, come back here.
Just double screen it.
Yeah, double screen it. Be a champion. Adjust. And we will be going live at 4:30 on Sunday to do our annual Jammy Awards.
There you go.
We hand out our Jammy Awards. Everything from the Jesse Katsopoulos Award to the Jules Verne BMF Award. So tune in, check it out.
Do you wear jammies while you're doing
No, we actually wear tuxedos.
Bro,
it's a very
you should
red
get
carpet event.
onesie tuxedos.
I have a tuxedo shirt.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Well, I feel like
Onesie-
since it's the jammies
I think-
and the tuxedo
oh my-
shirt, you combine the two.
See, this
You
is
get
why-
a onesie that is a tuxedo.
This is why I hang out with you people, because that's genius. And Frankie Valli, we talked about that. That's genius.
I don't know. I'm
So,
just saying.
And then tomorrow
like-
morning, 8 a.m., I'll be on the Suns Planet podcast. So check that out
I
if you
was
get a
with
chance.
those guys. They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and make sure you give him a follow on Twitter as well at Darth Voida. You can also follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Suns. You can follow me at Lindsay Smith AZ. You can follow Flex at Flex from Jersey. And of course, you can follow Espo at Espo. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Espo, take us home.
The snakes are alive! Ahoy, hoy!
We all silly like the mayor.